Also this morning, we are talking about Oregon's COVID surge. The state reported more than 1,000 infections yesterday and 7 deaths. We're also keeping a very close eye on the hospitals. Right now, 584 people are in the hospital with confirmed COVID cases, and about 83% of hospital beds in Oregon are full. As KGW's Tim Gordon explains, health officials are preparing for an even bigger spike in the coming weeks after Thanksgiving.
We're having to have conversations with families, telling them what's happening. They're not allowed to say goodbye. It's very, very difficult for family, for patients, and for the staff.
Dr. Vicki Sands has been working in the ER at Providence Portland Medical Center for 25 years. This is the worst it's ever been. She is beyond frustrated by those who are not taking the virus seriously.
What's amazing to me is the amount of denial and the unwillingness of our citizens to have common decency and protect other people by simple actions of wearing a mask or staying apart. I've had people yell at us and my staff that we are making this up.
Despite the experts urging us not to travel, we know millions of Americans did. Oregon, Washington, and California's travel advisory says you should quarantine for 14 days if you left your state and came back. Others who stayed home may have had larger gatherings than recommended. And many more of us may have made more trips to the grocery store. It's all extra contact.
So whenever that's the case, what I think is a good thing to do is really double down on all of the standard precautions. So being really diligent about your distancing from other people, being diligent about wearing a face covering, and decreasing the number of contacts that you have in your everyday life.
And remember, Oregon's freeze makes way for new December-long restrictions starting Thursday. And you can expect Multnomah, Washington, and Clackamas counties to remain in the red, extreme risk category, along with many others. That means social gatherings limited to 6 people, restaurants limited to serving up to 50 people outdoors only. Gyms and other indoor recreation remains closed, and stores can operate up to 50% capacity. Hopefully it all helps us get through to the new year. Tim Gordon, KGW News.
Multnomah County Commissioner Sharon Myron says she now regrets vacationing in Hawaii last month. In a newsletter, Myron says she made the trip before there was a travel advisory for Oregon. She says she followed all the protocols, including testing negative for COVID before getting on the plane and taking precautions while in Hawaii. But she says after we broke the news of her trip, she realized many people were upset with her lack of leading by example. In her letter, she says, quote, "I deeply regret that I did anything that would distract from the incredible work being done by frontline workers, the sacrifices being made by families not seeing loved ones, and the broader public health work that as cases surge and more lives are being lost must remain our shared focus." She also said she's committed to learning from that criticism. Washington has been seeing more than 2,000 new COVID cases a day.
So keeping track of those thousands of new cases every day, Nina, can be challenging. For that, the state now has an app. Anyone with an iPhone can enable exposure notifications in your settings. So again, that's what it'll be called in your settings if you're an iPhone user. Exposure notifications. Android users, look for the WA Notify app, as in Washington Notify app. Both of those tools use Bluetooth to alert you if you've been in close contact with anyone who has tested positive for COVID. It will also alert other people who are in close contact with you if you test positive. So what exactly is close contact? Well, in this case, it means being within 6 feet for at least 15 minutes. The app does not share or store any personal information, and it doesn't track your phone's location.
It's your choice whether to enable it or download it on your phone. But obviously, the more people who take advantage of this, the more who will know whether they've potentially been exposed to COVID-19.
People have taken advantage so far. More than 200,000 people have already enrolled for this. Let's talk about the new financial help that's now available for struggling restaurants and food carts here in Multnomah County. Owners can now apply for small business grants to help offset their losses from the latest COVID-19 restrictions. The county will distribute more than $7.6 million in CARES Act funds. $500 grants are available for food carts. $1,500 grants are available for restaurants and other food service licenses.
While this relief can be meaningful, we understand that it is just not enough. Our local small businesses are the backbone of our community. And so Multnomah County is going to keep fighting at the state and federal levels for more aid to help our small businesses survive long enough to recover and then to thrive again.
Restaurant and food cart owners have 2 weeks to apply. Those grant applications are due December 15th. You can find the application on the Multnomah County website.
There have been almost 780 shootings in Portland this year. That's double the number from last year. A 37-year-old man died in one of the most recent. Mike Benner spoke to his family and police about this disturbing trend.
His purpose was to make people happy.
The guy in the Blazers hat is Anthony McNaughton. The 37-year-old was shot Friday afternoon near Northwest Gleason and Broadway.
There was nothing that warrants that. I don't care what the situation is.
Sister Becca says Anthony died Sunday. She was at his bedside in the hospital.
It probably was the most horrific thing I've ever been through in my life, watching my brother die.
Unfortunately, the shooting that took Anthony's life is nothing new to investigators. Early Monday morning, officers responded to reports of gunfire near Southeast 136th and Bush. They found more than 24 casings. A vehicle and house had been hit by the bullets. One neighbor we spoke with wasn't terribly surprised.
Since moving out here about 3 months ago, I've heard gunshot sounds from the window at my house, like probably once a week.
We have dedicated investigators to this specific problem.
Authorities are troubled by the uptick in shootings. Just this month, officers have responded to more than 85 shootings. That compares to 33 in November of last year. And if you think that's bad, listen to this. All of last year, there were just under 400 shootings in Portland. This year, with more than 4 weeks to go, there have been nearly 780.
It's not attributable to any one thing.
Lieutenant Greg Pashley of the Portland Police Bureau says the shootings cannot be attributed solely to the pandemic or the public's perception of police or even the nightly demonstrations.
It's a combination of maybe some of those things and lots of other societal issues that have led people to put guns in their pockets, in their cars, and pull them out during trivial disputes.
No explanation will ever bring back Anthony McNaughton. His family knows that much. What they don't know is who took Anthony's life and why.
And I just hope that somebody sees Anthony's picture, somebody is willing to take that chance and come forward and have this person brought to justice.
Our thoughts are certainly with Anthony's family. Lieutenant Pashley says that law enforcement is just part of the solution when it comes to ending this gun violence. The other part, he believes, is the community, meaning neighborhoods, families, and schools. I'm Mike Benner for KGW News.
All right, let's check out the weather and the mountain because the skiers and boarders loved the fresh powder at Mount Hood Meadows yesterday for opening day. Now, only season pass holders are allowed these first few days, so if you don't have a pass, there will be a limited daily tickets available, but you have to buy them online ahead of time. You can't just show up. Masks are required in the parking lots, on the lifts, and in the lodges. All food will be to go.
Well, holiday shoppers are buying all kinds of stuff online in numbers greater than ever before.